Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your March 2017 general readings, and thank you so much for joining us here today. Welcome to any newcomers who are with us for the first time, and thank you for those of you who continue to watch and follow and listen to my YouTube channel, and to those of you who take the time to write your feedback and comment. Always appreciated and welcome. Thank you as well to those of you who continue to keep me so busy with personal one-on-one readings. It's a pleasure and an honor always to read for you. And a note of gratitude as well to my regular clients for the consistent feedback that you send and how those readings continue to play out in your lives. And if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, you can click on the little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information and detail of what I do, the services I offer, and my contact information. You can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. Current turnaround time for personal readings is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks. But since I do readings full time, I'm usually able to get back with you quite quickly and schedule a reading almost always within a 2 week period of time. I offer a variety of personal readings from time slots of 15 minutes up to an hour and a half, general personal readings, contractual 3 and 6 month readings, where your readings are delivered to you at the beginning of every month, love and compatibility readings, of course, career and finance, and yearly overviews as well. So if you're interested in any of those, send me an email. I would be delighted to work with you, and we'll go from there. So moving right along, these are general readings, of course. There's many of you watching, and they are not going to mean the same things to the same degree and intensity for everyone watching. How could they? So make sure if you know your rising and your moon sign as well to watch those videos to get additional bits of insight and clarity, or you may find that your rising and your moon signs may play out a little more predictably for you than your primary sun sign does. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck by artist Cyril Marchetti, which you see me use most often. Drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week. Time being somewhat fluid, as I always say, with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck representing your overall energy and advice. So this reading is for Scorpio for March 2017. What does the month of March 2017 have in store for the water sign of Scorpio? Scorpio for March 2017, guidance, feedback, advice, messages from Spirit for Scorpio. Our stingers, the Scorpion for March 2017. Okay, Scorpio. We begin with the Knight of Swords, followed by the Two of Wands, the Ace of Swords, followed by the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands, followed by the Magician, and the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Chariot. And from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy is the Ten of Cups. Let's just take a look, Scorpio. A lot of thought energy with those sword cards. I feel like for a lot of you, this is probably centered in that earth energy, tangible area of your life, job, work, career path, perhaps some entrepreneurial projects of some kind, but that has there's a strong connection to home and family with that Ten of Cups in a very positive sort of way. So it's about it looks like it's about navigating your way through something which looks to prove pretty successful. It looks like you're going to get what you need to move ahead on this or continue moving with this at the end of March going into April. Very happy, positive energy overall for the month in your crowning card, that Ten of Cups. So I'm actually going to start with that, Scorpio. So your overall energy for the month of March 2017 is the Ten of Cups. Here we have water energy, which is the element that governs the suit of cups. So it's all about that very fluid mercurial world of feelings, our emotional landscape, relationships, love, how we relate to people in the world around us. Not only our intimate relationships, but our more external ones as well. Tens represent the end of a cycle, the coming full circle or culmination of something. So the Ten of Cups would represent the fulfillment or the feeling of completion of of all of your emotional feelings, a very happy, contented, fulfilling kind of feeling. The energy of the Ten of Cups is often referred to as the happy home card or the happily ever after card. Being at a place in your life where you feel like everything's finally come together for you, particularly in connection with home and family, family harmony, family unity. Even for those of you who don't have that close family around you, it just represents feeling like all the puzzle pieces have finally come together. That even on challenging days, you wake up in the morning, you go to bed at night, you just feel like everything's on track, a sense of purpose and direction, and overall a sense of fulfillment, continuity, stability, happy home, harmony. It's a beautiful feeling. The artist Ciro Marchetti designed the picture for the Ten of Cups as if it was what he were coming home to at the end of the day, that place where you can uh, take that deep breath, take your shoes off, go inside, put your feet up, look at the dog in front of the fireplace, smell whatever's bubbling away on the stove, just feeling content, like God's in his heaven and everything's all right with the world. Um, Feeling like things are just right. Not perfect, but things are just flowing right, finally. I don't even know why I say finally, it's just got that feeling to it. So we find ourselves at the beginning of March 2017, Scorpio, even though I'm recording these towards the end of February. We have the energy of the Knight of Swords, followed by the Two of Wands. So the Knight of Swords, here we have air, which is the element that governs the suit of swords. So swords is all about what goes on up in our heads, our words and our ideas, and how we communicate those, our outlooks, belief systems, perspective, perceptions. And the suit of swords is also about truth and clarity. Knights are the deliverers of the tarot. They are the method by which things are brought to the tarot, the defenders. They can also represent the speed at which a situation moves. The Knight of Swords represents information being brought, news, information, a message of some kind, and delivered in a very sometimes blunt way, because court cards or the people of the suit of swords sometimes come across as a bit emotionally distant or aloof. They're not necessarily, but the energy is very clean and crisp and clear, and it's typically not colored with emotion or feeling. So sometimes the Knight of Swords can represent news or information that's delivered uh, at an inconvenient time or in an inconvenient way, or it just might be information that's might be kind of challenging to deal with. Uh, and I feel like this has got something to do with your long-term future. Let me just take another look at this. Some of you, I feel, are waiting for, some of you, there's a sense of waiting. You're waiting for some kind of news or information that has something to do with your future, your long-term future. And because we have that Ten of Cups as overall energy, there is a connection to it affecting or having an impact on home and family, or your home environment as well. That sense of kind of emotional contentment, whether you feel like your life's going in the right direction or not, whether it's just for you individually or for those of you for whom this really impacts and affects your family. Now that Knight of Swords is paired with the Two of Wands. So here we have fire energy, which is the element that governs wands. So it's a very fiery, dynamic suit, passionate, creative energy. It's all about building and manifesting. It can often represent career, artistic, or creative projects, because it's about manifesting things. Change, movement, action, power. Wands is a very dynamic, forward moving, fluid suit. The Two of Wands is a card of being at a crossroads, and needing to decide where you're going to go, or where you're going to take something from here. Needing to make a decision, needing to choose a path. And the key to choosing the right path is in long-term thinking and long-term planning. As you can see, this man has come to this crossroads, and the implication for the most part is that the path that he's walked to get here has been successful, or at least fairly decent. And now he's come to a place where he has to make a decision whether to go this way or whether to go that way. From where he's standing, both of these paths that he has to choose from look fairly similar. They're both leading off into more or less the same direction. Of course, he can't see where they end from his vantage point. So this is about, and the key again to choosing the right path is in the big picture. What do you want long term? It's not about what looks best or most beneficial right now for you or for you and your home and family, but it's about what's best for you in the long term. What's your ultimate goal? What are you really working for big picture wise? And once you have that fixed in your mind, once you have a clear idea of what that is, it makes the path, uh, the best path to getting there, much more clear. So paired with this Knight of Swords, the story is going to split off a couple of different ways, of course, because there's many of you watching. Some of you, there's news or information coming in that has something to do with your long-term future, you and for your home and family as well. And some of you, there's a sense of waiting. You're waiting for this news or information to come in. Some of you, I'm just getting investment. Some of you, you're waiting on some kind of information to do with an investment, which would have a big payout of some kind. Some of you, this is job and career path. You may be waiting on a job offer or a promotion of some kind. Some of you, it may even be more tangible in terms of actual property, the actual house itself. You may be waiting to hear back on a loan to buy your first home or to buy a home, or waiting to hear about, some of you, it's about job. You're waiting on a job offer or a job change, which would require moving or relocating you and your family. So there's a variety of different stories here, depending on, it's going to resonate for who it needs to resonate for those of you who are watching. But it's about the long-term future of you and your home and family. For those of you who are waiting for this, you may get the news or part of the news at the beginning or middle of the month, but actual resources or when the tangible results, the tangible stuff comes in is going to be at the end of the month, and it is coming. So next to that, we have the energy of the Ace of Swords, followed by the Eight of Swords. So the Ace of Swords, aces represent the one, the number one, promise, potential, the start of something, the beginning of a new path. And since swords also represent truth and clarity, the Ace of Swords can come in, sometimes like the Knight of Swords, can come in and it cuts away all the extraneous fantasy and illusion, and it exposes or illuminates something in its absolute reality and clarity for what it actually really is. Not what you want it to be, not what you hope it to be, not what you're working for it to be, but what it actually really is right now, which sometimes can be challenging, can sometimes be a blessing at the time, and it can sometimes feel challenging at the time, particularly if we're looking at the reality of a situation which is different than what we were trying to tell ourselves it is. But the Ace of Swords comes in and it reveals a truth, it illuminates a truth. And I feel like for a lot of you, so here the story is going to fork off again. Some of you, this for some of you, whatever this news or information is that's coming in that potentially is going to influence or affect the future of you, your home and family. For some of you, what's coming in is going to, It's going to help you see the situation for what it really is. And that is going to help you get out of a place where you felt trapped, held hostage, like you didn't have control or didn't have as much control over the situation as you thought you did. It's going to help get you out of a place where you felt really stuck and like you weren't in charge of it. Because that Ace of Swords is paired with the Eight of Swords, which is a card of feeling trapped, held hostage, powerless, or not having as much power and control as you want. For others of you, although I think this is a smaller portion of you, whatever this news or information is coming in, it clarifies something for you, but it's a bit of a bump in the road because it may make you feel, although I feel it's very temporary, it may make you feel like, okay, well, what do I do now? Because I thought what was coming in was this and it's turned out to be something else. Does that mean that I'm stuck in this situation that I'm in? You're not. But some of you, a small portion of you, whatever this is that's coming in, may make you feel temporarily stuck, or the sense of waiting for it may make you feel like you're being held hostage because you're waiting on this news or information that's going to have such an impact on you and your home and family. But the energy of the Eight of Swords is somewhat illusionary, as I always say, meaning that the only thing that's really keeping this woman feeling stuck and trapped or held hostage is actually the idea that she feels stuck and trapped. It's kind of in her head. If she could just remove this blindfold herself, which she could, these chains that are wrapped around her wrists aren't attached to anything or anyone. Nobody's holding her down on her knees. She could easily twist her wrists. These chains would fall off. She could remove this blindfold, stand up on her own 2 feet, and actually realize that the truth of the situation is that she can walk through and away from these swords anytime she wants, that she's not really trapped and held hostage, that she has all the power and control to remove herself from this situation or from this feeling that she doesn't have control. And I feel like for the larger portion of you, this news or information that's coming in actually makes that clear. It kind of rips the blindfold off, and you're like, I have the freedom to move ahead. Um, or it gives you information that you need. It gives you the tools that you need to get out of this stuck, kind of trapped feeling, which is underscored by the next combination of cards, which is the Nine of Wands, followed by the Magician. So the Nine of Wands is a card about being almost at the end and kind of having one last hurdle or obstacle to overcome before you can finish, which is what this soldier is facing. He's at the nine, and tens represent a completion, the end of a cycle, the culmination of something. So being at the nine represents being almost at the end, kind of the 11th hour. This grouping of 8 wands in the ground behind this soldier represents one final challenge or obstacle or delay, and this news or information that's coming in for some of you could represent a delay too, where you're like, oh, I'm waiting, and I'm waiting here, and I feel trapped and held hostage because I'm waiting for this information. And for some of you, there's a bit of a delay in waiting for this news or information, which is what this grouping of 8 wands represents, some kind of last obstacle or hurdle or delay that you need to get through, which you're going to do, which is what the soldier is doing because he's at the nine already. He's fought already a lot of battles. He's hanging in there. He's almost done. And he's taken a step back to try and figure out, re-strategize, get a different perspective, or just wait out this delay or this obstacle so that he can figure it out, go through and finish it because he's almost at the end. And it's a card about not giving up. It's about not perhaps taking a temporary step back, but it's not about a complete withdrawal or a full-blown retreat. Maybe you need to take a step back, have a little bit of patience, or re-strategize, but you're almost at the end. It's about not giving up because you're going to make it through and you're going to complete this. Remember that, particularly for those of you who are waiting on this news and information and it feels like you're waiting forever. And the news that you get is that you have to wait a little bit longer, but it's coming. Don't worry, it is coming. So the Nine of Wands is about kind of getting through that last obstacle or hurdle, and you have everything that you need to get through it and to manifest whatever it is that you want, this kind of big picture, long-term goal, this thing that is so potentially is going to influence you and your home and family so much in such a beautiful way. So be patient. That Nine of Wands is paired with the Magician, major arcana card, and a very powerful one. This is a card all about having everything that you need, being very powerful. You have all the skills, the tools, the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience, the practice in order to build and manifest in reality what you want. So, whatever this 10 of Cups represents, this ultimate fulfillment of your happiness, you and your home and family. Maybe you run into a last minute snag or delay or obstacle and you're just feeling kind of trapped while you're waiting for everything to come together, but just be patient. It is coming. The Magician says that you have everything that you need to turn this into reality, which the Magician does. It's about he creates things for his audience, and he's very good at what he does because of all the time and experience that he's put into perfecting his craft. So this is about the utilizing of your will, your determination, and your skills in an external fashion to tangibly create and manifest what you want, kind of taking charge of your own destiny, taking charge of your own dream, and making it real in a very tangible way, in a very external way, not giving up. It's a great pairing with that Nine of Wands because both of these cards are cards that say, I have what it takes to power through this. Whatever this last obstacle or delay or challenge is, I have what it takes to get through this so I can complete this. I have everything that I need in order to make what I want come true, to actually turn it from the idea dream into reality, to have this very blessed effect on myself and my home and family. And here's where it comes in at the end of the month, Scorpio. The end of March, going into the beginning of April, perhaps, we have the energy of the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Chariot. Beautiful combination of cards. So Pentacles is earth energy. That's the element that governs the suit of Pentacles. This is tangible energy, and the suit of Pentacles often manifests in tangible ways that we can see and touch and feel. Typically things like money, finances, resources, assets, property, real estate, very tangible earth energy things. Aces, of course, you have two aces, very energy that's that almost promises success. New beginnings. Aces are new beginnings. So this is the Ace of Pentacles represents a tangible new beginning. This is a new beginning that you can see, touch, and feel. The Ace of Pentacles can also represent getting a gift of actual money, finances, or resources that you need to move something forward, to begin something new, the actual, what you physically, tangibly need. The Ace of Pentacles, since it represents a tangible new beginning, can often come up when it's about moving, relocating, or starting a new job, because they all represent tangible new beginnings. This is not stuff that's just in our head and hearts. This is actually visible, tangible stuff. So, at or towards the end of March 2017, Scorpio, going into April, some of you may be getting the actual money or resources that you need to move this thing forward, whatever this thing is, whether it's actually moving into a new home or getting your new home built or getting a loan for something that has to do with, perhaps your home or property, something that's very beneficial to you and your family as well. Some of you, it could be, you're getting a new job position or promotion, or you're getting transferred where you're actually, it's actually a benefit to you and your family, not just in dollars and cents in terms of the job and career path, but the move itself is actually uh, looks to have a lot of really great potential for you and your family as well. Some of you are getting a loan or an investor and starting. Some of you are starting a new project, starting a new business. You're getting in the funds that you need to do that, and also somebody else is coming on board to help you as well. Perhaps that's an investor. Some of you, even though the cards don't necessarily indicate this, some of it could even just be one or two of you. Somebody just got approval for an adoption, or the adoption process just is getting approved at the end of the month. That's interesting, but it came through loud and clear. So what a wonderful, happy message. Anyway, back to the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles is paired with the Chariot, another major arcana card. You have one, two actually this month. The Chariot is another card of success. I mean, you have the Chariot, you have two aces, you have the Magician, the Ten of Cups, all powerful cards which point to success and successful forward movement, victory and triumph. But what's underscoring it and what's powering it is your determination to not give up, your determination to push through. Even if like something comes up at the last minute, there's another delay or an obstacle or challenge. For those of you for whom that's the case playing out this month, just hang in there because it is coming through for you at the end of March, beginning of April. The Chariot represents successful forward motion or success that comes again from your determination and will, almost like just you succeed just by sheer powering through something, sheer determination and will. Right next to the Magician, which is similar energy. The Nine of Wands is not giving up. The Chariot is about having a very clear idea and plan of what you want, so so you can go directly there and you don't get distracted. It's about the pulling together of a variety of disparate forces and harnessing them together to make them propel something forward successfully. I think it's going to be a hugely successful. I don't want to say the month itself is going to be successful, although that Ten of Cups is a beautiful, happy home feeling. But whatever snags or things that come up during the month, I think at the end of the month or going into the beginning of April, when this actually finally comes together, it's a big victory and it's a big success. And even if you feel like you're being held back by a leash or champing at the bit, when the time comes for it to come in, and again, it is coming in, you are just off and running like a rocket. It's like it just kind of propels you forward. Very powerful energy. It's just about having the patience and emotional balance to stay grounded while you're waiting for this to come through and while you're kind of putting things together, especially if you get news or information that there's like some last minute paperwork or something that you need to deal with. Overall, it's great energy. You've got that happy home, happy family, Ten of Cups energy kind of overlaying everything, and such beautiful, beautiful, successful cards. So, Scorpio, that pretty much sums up your March 2017 reading. I hope you have enjoyed it, that it hasn't been too confusing, and that you find it informative and useful in some way, because that's why we do these readings. So I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the March 2017 mid-month readings. Again, if any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, just click on that little About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, and feel free to email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. And until I see you all again in a couple of weeks, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.